Hello, everybody. My name is MRC Core. We're back with some more International Pokemon Draft League Season 6, and today I am interviewing a good friend of mine, Justanut.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be interesting.
This will be quite interesting. Why is your volume so low? I have maxed your volume and you still sound low. That's crazy. Alright, whatever. We're also joined by some friends of mine as well. We have Flam and Jester here, so this is super interview mega supreme deluxe.
Hi.
God damn it!
I guess that means I should open the draft stuff so I can see what Nut has, right?
We'll be going, we're going to go over it anyway. Before we get started, guys, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It goes a long way in supporting us. And you can find in the description below links to my other content, my friends' content, and check us out on Patreon. I do music stuff there as well as video stuff. Maybe you'll find some cool stuff, and it goes a long way in supporting me, and I would really appreciate it. But without further ado, Justanut. My man Justanut. There is not a single normal thing about you, and nor is there a single normal thing about the draft that you picked. So, how did you get started coming up with this draft league? Or this draft that you made?
So, the entire thing, goal here was to be as annoying as possible, but that was swiftly ruined by Odin, who wanted to take the other two prankster mons.
I see, and that's why you drafted a no-guard Carablast as your first pick.
Yeah.
That was your first mistake. You didn't draft everything with prankster first. So, what drew you to Carablast? What about this mesmerizingly sexy Pokemon took your interest?
Never thought I'd heard Carablast being described like that, but
The more energy it gives off just makes you want to take it, you know what I mean?
I just saw...
The fork on his forehead just got right there without consent or anything is the best day of your life. Oh, God.
I heard almost nothing about it, and I already know it's still cursed as hell.
Wow, okay. Y'all, don't underestimate my picks, okay? You hurt my feelings.
My dude, it's Mega Horn with 75 attack and LC. The thing is a fucking beast.
And it still comes
The thing hits like a truck.
Other options too, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a plethora of options. Poison Jab, knockoff.
Like, this thing single-handedly already makes your draft so much more complicated to prepare for than it has to be. Just saying.
Yeah.
It does. It's a threat.
Yeah, and it gets SD as well with 60 speed, so you can run you hit 16, which is an okay number. In this format, it's actually probably pretty good.
It is.
I'm not in the league, so I don't know what the average base speed is.
Average base speed's like between 14 and 16.
Okay.
And 16 is about average in normal LC, so.
Yeah. So, you get SD coverage, things like that. It's good mod. I wasn't sleeping on it, I was just cracking jokes.
Oh, yeah.
It's the rest of my picks that make no sense.
So this is, alright, so you made one serious pick, and now we're going to continue to your second pick.
I see justification for a decent amount of mods.
I didn't know Cottony's shiny had golden leaves. That's cute.
Oh, what, you don't like freaking everything else here?
Absolutely not. Discard all of them. In fact, just drop out of the draft league and don't battle me. I don't feel like having the battle with 4 fairy types and like 3 prankster Pokemon. Stop. Actually, no, it's just 2, but that's 2 too many. Anyway.
2 out of the 4.
So tell us about Cottony.
So Cottony's a good prankstermon that can really set up a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really, really, really annoying because it can be very tanky for...
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
or Little Cup
But anyway, go on.
standards.
If I may interject, I feel like Flam is very salty about prepping for your team because outside of both Carablast and Cottony, I think he's run into problems.
I was gonna say,
Maybe.
Cottony is an animal. I agree with what that's saying. It's pretty bulky by LC standards. You have fun things like Cotton Guard as well that make it just more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Encore,
Oh,
always such an amazing move. Encore. Priority Defog is super helpful as well.
Yeah.
And it's same with Memento. It's got a plethora of support moves. Everybody knows that. Some people sleep on things like Stun 4 and Tailwind as well, though. But that can, and even Switcheroo can cripple Pokemon. I mean, have you ever had a Toxic Orb forced upon you before? It's not your best situation to be in. Even though an LC Poison's not the best status infliction, it still is not something you want, especially if you have an Violite Mon just lose its Violite for a Toxic Orb. It's annoying.
Yeah, definitely is. And the best thing about Cottony is it's actually fast and doesn't need Prankster. So like there's probably going to be a couple teams you've prepped, maybe, I don't know, where instead of bringing Prankster, you bring like Infiltrator or Chlorophyll, just because you're like, oh, you have a Dark type that doesn't actually beat Cottony, but you think it does. And it's like, nope, I wasn't running Prankster. Because it just outspeeds it. Because it is fast. It's 17 speed.
Yeah.
So, very good pick. Very good pick. Next up, you drafted Aeron. One of the most
Aeron's
notoriously
really-
powerful Pokemon of all time. Because it beats Arceus and Groudon.
It is. Yeah, I've done it before. I actually have done it before.
I mean, Sturdy Juice, Rocket Head Smash, super amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Just those two options. It gets autotomized as well, which is always fun to say out loud. Just autotomize. I love that move for its name.
I've also
Yeah,
had,
I love that move for its name.
also had like my
So-
fair share of experiences with some of the dumb stuff that you could do in Acheron as well.
Oh, yeah.
And basically having this as sort of a kind of pretty much just the same, but
Oh,
I'm
it
gonna
basically is.
point out
It basically
something
is.
here, real quick.
Yeah, and especially with
So-
Sturdy Juice, you get the autotomize off with Sturdy Juice, and it hits 24 speed, unbeneficial nature. That's gonna outspeed the entire league outside of Startmonts.
oh, and then there's the drug that is Sturdy Cuss Tap. Let's not even get into this.
Oh, yeah, just cuss
Yeah.
tap head smash, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna also throw something into the tray here. Me and C-Core were assisting each other for building teams, and
Yep.
we found out freaking heavy. Aeron is so freaking heavy that
Yes.
most of the mons that he's gonna use Heavy Slam here, it's just gonna do more than Iron Head.
Yeah.
It just
My
doesn't
God.
matter.
My God.
Yeah, we did learn that. I didn't think it was that heavy, but it's 112 pounds. And if you didn't know,
It's 196.
oh, it's 190. I thought it was 112. Oh, well,
No.
that's significantly heavier than what I said. That's heavier than me, and I am a human.
That's same here.
Shoot, I'm like 150. This boy is out of my weight class.
Yeah, deadass.
Oh, Lord. But, yeah, no. So, you have Aeron here. It's very, very strong. And very heavy. So, obviously, I definitely see that coming through for you. It's going to be a Clutchmon. And then you decide, well, this was a thing that happened, and it is my fault because I did not make it known I basically didn't let it be known well enough that Score Bunny, was it Score Bunny?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Star
it was.
Wars.
It was Score Bunny, yeah. I didn't do a good job at letting it be known that it doesn't have Libero, which that's 100% my fault. There was a bit of communication errors, and again, it's my fault. Like, that's all on me. So, any wrongdoing, I take the full brunt of that. But yeah, so you ended up with Charmander as a replacement because of reasons. And I gotta say, I honestly feel like Charmander is one of the scariest Pokemon in this draft league because you have this thing called Sunny Day Cottony and Solar Power Charmander. And that says I'm going to sweep a team.
Yeah,
And-
ignoring the moveset that I showed off, it's really disgusting. I could run Salak Berry, freaking Belly Drum with Substitute, Fire Punch.
Oh yeah, that's another
and
set.
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
I could run freaking. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
You could Dragon Dance as well.
Yeah, it's got such a diverse move pool, so.
It's so
And another
insanely
aspect-
diversive.
And another aspect is everybody sleeps on it because a lot of people don't think about it. But Cottony creates setups so easily with Memento and Encore being in its repertoire. Having setup spam with Cottony with things like Charmander and Poliwag and then your Dratini as well, it is super nasty because all you need to do is do a Memento and then you can go to that Charmander, sub and Belly Drum. There's nothing the opponent can do because they have to switch. Unless you're trying to set up on a water type, then just, But for the most part, it really does create some very advantageous positions, that combo.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Charmander, I honestly think that was better for your draft than Scorbunny. Like, straight up.
No.
Dog, I don't think you know how powerful Solar Power Charmander is. Like, wasn't there a talk about suspecting that in normal LC at some point? But they ended up getting rid of Vulpix, right?
Yeah.
They talked about suspecting a bunch of different things. At first, they talked about suspecting chlorophyll, as in general,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were like, no, because of solar power. So then they were talking about solar power and chlorophyll, and the conclusion is they banned Vulpix, then they let Vulpix come back without drought.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that was the solution. Because chlorophyll and solar power were so strong, they were like, no, we're just removing sun. So, Cottony plus Charmander sounds absolutely terrifying. And then you grabbed Poliwag.
Well.
Yeah, which is Belly Drum setup monster.
Right. So I'm just gonna drop the bag here. Poliwag is one of the stupidest mons here because first of all, it is one of the fastest mons here. Second is the fact that it has such a diverse move pool. So
Clarify diverse, because I see Ice, Earth Power, Waterfall, and Scald. Low Kick doesn't do hardly any damage to anything.
That is until you realize that this thing can use hypnosis, make you fall asleep, use belly drum, recover all of its HP because of freaking berry juice, and then decide, hey, let me go ahead and thief you, steal your item, and then use it for itself.
Oh, it does get the pseudo knockoff move. I didn't know that.
Thief is better for knockoff on setup mons like Poliwag, because like you said, sub belly drum, get the berry juice up. You're at full HP behind a substitute. Cause like you have hypnosis sub belly drum. Then you're wait. Well, yeah, Thief wouldn't fit on that. Never mind. That's 4. But hypnosis belly drum, I guess, with Thief and then waterfall.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
that.
pop your berry juice and then steal something your opponent has. I mean, we've seen multiple times in LC Zigzagoon being a complete menace to society solely because it would steal an item after proccing its berry juice.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now I have a +6 Zigzagoon with E-speed and a Vitalite. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've even seen it just steal another berry juice, like, from time to time, and it's just
That
like,
dude, yeah.
and then it's just like, oh, you thought you could kill me 2 times? Not now!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Thief is a very good support move to have.
Oh yeah, definitely. And next up, you drafted Impidimp. Now, I want to know what your thoughts were on this one when you drafted it, or was it just Prankster?
Originally it was just Prankster, and it's also worse than what it is because it can't learn Sucker Punch.
It can't learn. Oh, is it one of those weird things where it doesn't learn Sucker Punch until like a late level?
Yeah,
I'm
24.
not sure.
So I can't use it. I'm so upset.
I don't understand. This is the second time this has actually happened where I've been enlightened to something like that. Because first it was Sinistee, because I just thought it learned Shell Smash. Because when you see the move list on Smogon for the LC format, it just lists Shell Smash, like you can run it, and then you put that in the moveset, and it's like, no, it can't learn this until level 60. And I'm just sitting there like, I was baited. So it's the same thing with Impotent. That's really interesting. Like, I don't know why they put it in the moveset if it can't learn it at level 5. Like, that should be a thing.
I agree.
I got robbed.
100% there.
But
I agree. It's a tease.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it now, but I got robbed.
I mean, you
Yeah.
still have Prankster, Taunt, Thunderwave, and Trick, so I'm sure you can figure something out.
I didn't even realize.
Hello, you get Prankster Nasty Plot too?
Oh, yeah, Nasty Plot too.
I have
And
to
more
live a hit
importantly-
first, and this is an Impotent, dude. It
Yeah,
ain't
you're not
exactly
wrong there. It's
much.
pretty frail. But more importantly, the thing that people are sleeping on right now, I haven't heard a single person say it. It's just click metronome, bro. Just roll the fucking time.
Oh no!
Bro, you know what? He's got a point. He's got a point. You might whip out the V-Create.
I was gonna say, you ain't never believed in God until Impotent uses judgment and fucking blast you.
I didn't even know he got freaking metronome. Did you see that?
Well, I feel like someone's going to be changing their teams now.
No. Oh no.
Flam, you about to get V-Created, son.
Yeah. Forward to it.
I love those silly meme mons like that.
Oh my goodness. That's what Justanut's draft looks like. It just looks like a bunch of meme mons that actually are able to do stuff outside of memes.
Yeah.
Then after Impotent, you drew the kite, known as Mantike. Why don't you give us a little insight into what made you pick this one?
So I wanted to choose Mantike so I could have more versatility with Poliwag because of Rain Dance and the potential for 2 Swift Swim mons. Just being able to just drop them on a team and having the idea of just going just completely balls deep.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at most of the people in this draft, they don't have a lot of answers for it.
Yeah, we really don't.
I don't! My draft does not handle water types.
I mean, you could set hail around and easily though.
Oh, yeah, no. I know what my actual answer is, but if you look at it on paper, it's like, what the fuck do you do about this move?
In addition to it being actually a tank on the special side.
Oh, yeah.
If only it got roost.
Yeah, it's such a wall.
Oh, yeah, no. It has the most special defense out of all Little Cup Pokemon. There is no beating it in one hit on the special side outside of Thunderbolt.
And another sleeped on thing people forget about Mantike is it does get Mirror Coat. So that special defense stat can be used to swallow a hit and then just retaliate with a trait.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you hit it, and if you're hitting Mantike hard enough to do half damage to it, and it clicks Mirror Coat, there's a 95% chance your Pokemon just got deleted.
Oh, yeah. Straight up.
I was so interested in also just running Tailwind as a mix-up option because nobody's gonna see running freaking Tailwind on a Mantike
Yeah,
in
Tailwind
freaking
is like
singles.
to me like in draft in particular when covering speed, like Tailwind is such a drug to me.
I really hope that in Gen 9 we get an item that increases the duration of Tailwind, kind of like with Trick Room.
Ooh, right.
That would
Yeah,
be...
kind of like a terrain
Right,
extender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would also, like... That would crazy change VGC. Like...
Yeah, true that. Would also like vault hyper offense into some new territory, I suppose.
Yeah.
We don't have an item that extends Trick Room.
We don't?
Oh, I'm thinking of screens. We need an item that extends Trick Room as well.
There's an item for Trick Room that either makes you go last, that makes you go first every time in Trick Room, or some crap.
Oh, yeah, Iron Ball or Lagging Tail or whatever.
No, there's a
No.
specific trick room item.
Oh, there
There's
is?
a trick room item that lowers your speed in trick room. Isn't that what it does?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does something specifically in trick room, but it doesn't extend the length of trick room at all.
Oh, okay.
We need like a terrain extender for things like tailwind and trick room.
Yeah,
though, so
there you
it's
go.
kinda
Terrain
good.
extender. I know what I'm talking about, and everyone else does too. There we go.
Yeah. You're spraying for Gen 9 then, I guess.
Oh, yeah. And then next up, you had a Dratini. So, if I had to guess what you saw in this one, I'd probably have to guess you saw Dragon Dance, Marvel Scale, / Shed Skin. Both are good. And just the
all
stupid
screens
amount
and
of coverage that this has.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the coverage on this thing makes it the biggest bait in the universe, and I'm about to tell an MDL story about a win I somehow stole from them. But when I was playing MDL with Tushel and everything, we faced a team with Dratini, and they baited 2 kills out of me. Well, they didn't bait 2; they got 2 kills out of me because we fully prepped for Dragon Dance Dratini, and they brought Agility Special Dratini.
Ooh.
And it was one of those things we were so off put by it. Literally, the only answer I could come up with that Tushel would agree to was to give them 2 Pokemon for the Dratini. And we ended up somehow winning the battle at the end of the day, but it just off put everything so much with that out of the blue maneuver. And again, you assume it's gonna bring Dragon Dance, and then it doesn't, and you're like, oh shit. Because 50 special attack is still viable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got good stats. I was actually considering drafting this as well at some point, mostly because I wanted to bring like banded E-Speed, banded Outrage, because I was looking at stuff and I was like, man, that E-Speed priority would be kind of cool. Like, just not even Dragon Dance, just raw hit things.
Stream speed routine wasn't just living it up back in LC's inception in Gen 4, man.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And it's also another mon with freaking Rain Dance, which is
You can't say it's another mon with Rain Dance. I'm pretty sure 75% of Pokemon learn Rain Dance.
Well,
Same
it's one of the few ones that can actually realistically use Rain Dance.
Oh, yeah.
And it also can set up Sunny Day, which is... That's another thing, is it almost feels like your draft has a dual weather setup with the sun on Cottony and Charmander, and then the rain with Poliwag and Mantike.
Oh, yeah. It do indeed. Alright. And then next, you decided to be the worst friend in the universe and take Togepi from me. So,
Yeah, well,
let me
that
know.
was just a
Let me
troll
know
bait.
why you wanted to put a knife through my heart.
Oh, because I'm just gonna lay it out there. I'm an asshole.
Here's why. Go fuck yourself, princess.
Nah, it's a good pick. It's a good pick for what it is. It's a very bargain pick. There we go. Bargain
I had
value.
no reason to pick it. Are you kidding me? Look at the current draft.
Oh, I know you had no reason to pick it. You already had 2 fairy types, but you decided to grab this one and later on another one. But I still think it's a good pick because I will always say this about draft format. You can pick 3 or 4 Pokemon that have the same, like a shared typing, as long as they do different things than the other ones. Because what it does is it forces you to have to prepare for different varieties of things. So, like, if I picked Tyranitar, Weavile, and Umbreon for a draft, right? Umbreon is fat and doesn't die in one hit. Obviously, you can say, well, I'm just going to bring, like, Terrakion or whatever fighting type. That obviously solves the problem. But if you don't have that, you deal with Umbreon way differently than you deal with Tyranitar. Because you don't switch into Tyranitar like it's easy. And you don't just, like, throw stuff at Umbreon and think it's going to go down. Like, it's that kind of thing. And then Weavile, obviously, is really fast, so it puts a lot of pressure on you. It's that kind of thing. So I think Togepi is a smart pick in that sense, because it does different things than the other 2. Because it gives you wish support, encore as well, and it can set up.
I disagree with that opinion that drafting same things with multiple types is a benefit for the guy drafting them. I think it's a benefit for the builder, person building to beat you. I think it's a major benefit.
I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. Like, I don't think that it's a bad thing.
It gives you an exploitable weakness of a common type move most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. But still, it's draft league. You never know what can happen.
Unless you're
everything gets steel and
monotype,
poison
it
type
just
coverage.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. So you just wanted to take Togepi because you're a dick. I get it.
Yeah.
You knew too well, even though you had no idea at all I wanted it. Alright, after Togepi, you drafted probably one of the most powerful Pokemon in existence, Cubone. Because there's nothing more powerful than wearing the skull of your dead mother.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, okay? If I can't wear my mom's skull, I'm just weak. Actually, that's not true. But yeah, this thing hits so hard that you have like no reason to run special moves, even though it gets great special versatility.
Yeah, and
There's no reason.
Yeah, it's usable stats
We
all the
all know
way
the
through.
solution. We all know the solution is Nintendo should make Thick Club boost attack and special attack, so you can do it
Oh,
if you wanted.
God.
To use Cubone.
bro, do you know what I would be doing with Alola and Marowak? I'd be running stupid stuff on that.
Dude, I'm saying it'd be so fucking heat, especially in VGC where you could give that thing the lightning rod boost.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Discharge, give it a +1 with that Thick Club on that boy. Whew, he's gonna be a riot.
Oh, God, you right.
And then have
fucking
Blizzard on it
into
for
it.
shits and giggles.
Yeah, oh man, it's so fun.
Oh,
My
yeah.
only complaint about you drafting Cubone is you don't have a Trick Rumor with it, and its speed is a crippling problem.
Mm-hmm.
It really does struggle to keep up with other Pokemon and everything. But things like the Tailwind Cottony are great support, and same with the Mantike and everything. So it's not a bad pick. It's just I would have liked to see a Trick Rumor get tossed in the mix, even if it wasn't a super good one, just to add a little flair to it, and
There is
really
one.
also just couple the speed control at your disposal.
There is a trick rumor. I won't say where, but
Oh, I think we're about to get to it, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember this specifically. We were talking about, I don't know why or how, but we were talking about the move Mud Slap. And this man, Justanut, wanted to draft a Happiny because, and I quote, it gets Mud Slap.
And Ring Rice?
Why do you need Seringrace with Mud Slap, Flam? It's 100% going to happen.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, you're thinking of Mud Bomb.
times.
You're thinking of Mud Bomb. But, explain Igglybuff to me again. I need a moment.
Oh, okay. I can do this, guys. It gets Mud Slap.
I remember I was on call with you for like 40 minutes going over every Pokemon in our draft league that got Mud Slap, and some of them I didn't know got Mud Slap, like Combee, which is another Pokemon
Oh.
that you ended up taking.
Oh, no.
But this man drafted Igglybuff, which... Oh no, this one doesn't get Trick Room. I thought this was the Trick Rumor.
No, he doesn't have a Trick Rumor on his team. I looked at it. There's no Trick Rumor on his team.
Oh. Oh.
The Trick Rumors in LC are Abra, Baltoy, Bronzor, Duskull, Elgium, Esper, Execute, Frillis, Inkay, Litwick, Mime Jr., Muna, Natu, Fanta, Porygon, Pumpkaboo, Ralt, Slowpoke, Galar, Smoochum, Solosis, Spritzy, Yamask, Galar.
No.
He doesn't have any of
Freaking-
those.
No, you're wrong. Freaking metronome, freaking impudent.
Oh, you right? And Togepi gets Metronome too.
Alright, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. You Metronome Trick Room, Metronome Explosion, get the priority into Cubone.
Perfect. Flawless execution. Oh man, sometimes you just forget about those 100 IQ plays.
Oh yeah, 100%. Anyway, Igglybuff, everybody. It's adorable. It's a little ball sack.
Actually, I'm gonna go into Igglybuff real quick. because
Oh
there's a
really?
reason
Oh,
behind
okay. It doesn't just get Mud Slap.
it. God damn it. So, on top of it getting Mud Slap, you can run Perish Song on it, just kind of make up for the frailty and force a switch, which is really good. Because it's so frail, Pain Split is actually usable here, so that way you can.
Oh, like a one
sash
time.
Yeah, like the one-time thing.
Yeah.
In addition, it can be a Wish user, even though it's so frail.
I mean, Wish is
It
annoying.
has a fat HP stat. It has a great HP stat. I mean,
Yeah.
base 90 NLC is a huge HP stat.
Yeah, that's the second or third highest, I think. Maybe it's fourth, because I know Whalmer and Munchlax have the highest. Then it's Happiny, and then I think this.
It's fifth.
But
It's
what's-
Munchlax, Whalmer, Happiny. Why not Igglybuff?
Ah, there it is. Why not?
What
Yeah.
I'm more surprised about is the fact that this thing gets Zap Cannon as a freaking option.
Please tell me you did not run Mud Slap, Zap Cannon, Wish Protect, Igglybuff.
Well,
Alright, that
You
answers my
have
question.
Actually, you ruined my plans.
We're changing a couple sets as we speak, and I'm not bringing that.
So what I'm hearing is you put a dead body inside a Pokeball and decided, let's go to battle.
What? What kind of morbid stuff did you hear?
It's a gumball. Come on, we just tossed a gumball at a Pokeball and said that's Pokemon, right?
Probably can't run the Eviolite because something else has it. It's a dead body. It's a dead
It's
body in a
Focus Sash
Pokeball.
Endeavor. Come on.
It has
not what he
cute
said.
charm,
He said
though. It
Wish
has cute
Protect,
charm.
Zap Cannon, Mud Slap. It's a dead body in a Pokeball.
Alright.
Skidoo beats that one-on-one.
It also gets Last Resort. I'm just gonna throw that out there. As a cough cough.
Oh man, that Protect Last Resort's about to come through. Oh, it does actually. I thought you were joking. It does get Last Resort.
Yeah, I wasn't joking, dude.
Alright.
Anyways, we've spent too much time on this thing. Let's move on to Combi.
Yeah, let's talk about Combi
Yeah,
for a
let's slap
second.
the String shot.
So,
The best ability
this
in
was
the
a
game,
joke
Honey
pick.
Gathering.
I won't even lie.
Justanut is the only man I know who actually makes joke picks in drafts formats and then brings them to battles because he's done it before.
Spencer, what was that guy's name? Was it Toilet Paper? I think his name was Toilet Paper or some shit like that. We had a draft league where man drafted Wigglytuff and Chatot as his first and second pick.
Look, I don't remember the guy's name, but he took this most ridiculous, like, first 4 picks you could take, and we're all just sitting there like, does he know that we're trying to win games?
And then he
Like-
dropped out of the league the second weekend.
Yeah, because he got 6-0'd twice. Some little kid showed up, drafted his favorite Pokemon, and then we kicked his teeth in and sent him home.
That's how we do it out here.
I was gonna say,
So,
I was gonna say we have a history of seeing these bad Pokemon do fun things in Draft League, like Delibird the last season we played, or the legendary story of
So, I will say this though.
Volbeat.
Hustle Choice Band Combi is one of the most terrifying things that you will find
And the
against
fact
a
that it
draft
has-
league, because not only does it hit hard,
It also has base 70 speed in this draft. which
yes,
also
it actually is fast.
really odd. Yeah.
Yeah, it
here's
hits
the
17
thing.
speed, which
It's a
isn't
double
bad.
whammy with Combi, because if it KOs one of your mons, you're gonna be super depressed that it KO'd one of your mons, and the fact that you lost one of your mons to a Combi.
None of what he is
Yeah,
saying is
right.
false. I will say this right now. None of what he is saying is false, and it's gonna happen to someone. But
Maybe me? Who's to say?
so that's your draft, Justanut. Tell me, tell us all, how do you feel about your standing in this league? Do you think that you are going to make it to finals?
I'm just gonna say that this was just a giant mistake.
Look, this whole season was a mistake. There's no better way to put that. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to have any context with that. This whole season was a mistake.
Well, here's the thing, though, is you could say it's a mistake, but at the end of the day, it's all about having fun.
Oh yeah.
And as long as you have fun, it is not a mistake. You know
Exactly.
what I mean, yeah, sure. People did some stupid stuff. Mistakes were made. Blah blah blah. Bullshit. Nobody gives a flying fuck. We're here to have fun.
Exactly. Could not have said it better
Right?
myself.
Like, there's no money on the line here. There's no money on the line. Nothing serious like that. Who gives a fuck?
Now give us about 5 years, and there might be money on the line.
Oh.
Well, 5 years from now, I'm actually hoping to have like a big name in the Pokemon community, and like I want to be like the next Freeze-Eye. But we'll have to wait.
5 years. 5 years. I've offered multiple times to put money up as the prize in one of these freaking tournaments.
We can talk about it next season. Anyway, that's all the time that we got for. That's all the time that we got for the interview, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. My lovely friends, thank you for joining, and we'll see all of you next time. Take care, everybody.